Hi guys, my name is Mabel and welcome back to our YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you the sewing part of this top. In our previous video, I showed you the drafting method, so you can do well to check it out if you have not seen it. So it's a princess that's bustier that we turned into a 6 pieces blouse. Now this is like the finished mock-up of it after I was done, but I'm definitely going to be showing you how I was able to achieve the extra pattern paper I added to give me the 6 pieces. So in order to achieve the 6 pieces blouse, we're going to be adding it by the side. Now for the back, I'm going to be doing the same thing, add it on all sides. So this is how we're going to go about it, starting from the waistline, emphasis on the waistline. You're going to tape it down with anything, your tape, your masking tape. Now you can open it with 1 inches, 2 inches, 3 inches, depend on how full you want it to be. So I'm going to be doing 3 inches for mine. So I'm going to connect it straight to the waistline, just the way you're seeing in this video. Now after cutting it out, this is how it looks. Now you're going to repeat the same thing on all other side. So now for this part, you can say you want to trim it out, but I think I'm going to be leaving mine. After I'm done joining it, I'll trim it out. So for the back part, I only did 2 inches. Okay, so you can do more. I don't want the back to be too pronounced, so I only did 2 inches for the back. But for the other sides, I did 3 inches. This one I did 3 inches for the sides. This is how it looks after I was done. So when you join it together, it should give you this effect. So like I said, I'm going to be repeating the same thing on all the patterns, but for this center front, I'm not going to be adding anything, but I'll be adding by this side. Okay, so this is it. I also opened it with 3 inches, and this is what it looks after I was done. So now the same thing we did for the back. When you join it from the waistline, is going to give you this effect. Now I added extra on all other side. The only part I did not add is that center front. Okay, so now the next thing we want to do is to transfer this to fabric. So I'm going to be cutting both the fabric and the lining at the same time, which I already did. You can cut it out separately, but cutting it together makes it much easier for me. Now this is it after I was done cutting it. Now for the center front, it is on fold. Remember, we did not extend this center front, right? So now we'll go straight into the sewing parts. Now because we're not adding any interfacing, we're not adding any hairstay to it, the sewing is very straight to the point. And before I forget, I did not pad this princess that was here, but you can pad yours if you want, but I did not pad mine, so it's just straight to the point, right? And this is what it should look after you're done sewing it. Right now, whatever I'm doing on the fabric, I'm also going to be doing it on the lining. So right side facing right side, I'm going to place it this way, and then I'll take it to my sewing machine. Gradually I'm going to stitch it this way. Now you can bring your pattern paper just to mark a line, like to make it easier for you. But if you're good with your sewing and identifying your points, you are good to go. But I just marked the underboard so that I'll place them together right side facing each other, so that it will be much easier for me to stitch. But if you know your basic point, it is very easier for you to do, right? So I'm going to be repeating the same thing on the other side. Whatever I'm doing on the fabric, I'll do for the lining as well. Now this is the back part and this is the center back. Now I'm going to be joining the sides just the same way we're joining the front. We're going to be doing the same thing for the back part. So whatever I am doing here, I'm also going to be doing the same thing on the lining. So I hope you're getting it right. So this is it after I was done joining it. This is how it looks, and this is the effect we have on the lower parts. Now when we turn it to the wrong side, now I added gum stay to it just to make the lower part a little bit thicker. Now like I said, you can do anything to the upper part. I only added little gum stay on the lower part. I did the same thing for the back part after I was done joining it. I repeated the same thing on the lining as well, right? Now the next thing I want to do is to fix my zipper on the back part. Because I want to do an inseam finishing, I'll stitch the zipper first without the lining. Okay, so I'm going to be stopping somewhere here. I would not allow the zip to extend all the way down. On the lower part, I'll stop somewhere here, and this is what it looks like after I was done joining the zipper to it. Okay, so like I said I'm doing an inseam finishing, right? So the next thing I want to do is to join both the front and back together, right? So I'll place it right side facing each other, and the next thing I'm going to do, I'll go ahead to shape it. Now for me, I'll be shaping the sides first before I join the shoulder. Now this is how I do my shaping. Divide your round bust measurement by 2, and then make sure you stretch the fabric if the fabric is very stretchy. Now mark whatever you have. Now the remaining fabric there, divide it into 2, and then return the remaining half inch there. For instance, you have 2, you have one there. That is how you'll be able to get your measurements. I'm going to take my armhole measurement, mark it. I'll repeat the same measurement I did on the bust on the waistline there. Now after doing it, I'll go ahead to connect it. Now this is the waistline I am extending out, so from there I'll just mark it downwards straight. I'll repeat the same thing on the other side. Now I'll just take it to my sewing machine right now, and then I'm going to stitch it all the way down. Okay, so after I'm done stitching the side, I'll go ahead to also stitch the shoulders together. Now the same thing I'm doing on this, I'm going to do on the lining as well. Okay, so moving forward, this is what it looks like after I was done shaping it and also joining the shoulder sides together as well, right? Now the next thing I want to do is to trim out this part just to make it have a very nice curve. Like I said when we're drafting it, those sharp curves, we're going to be trimming it out after we're done stitching. Now the same way I am curving it out, I'll do the same thing on the lining. Now to make it easier and to make the fabric have even curves, I'll join them together and cut it out like this. Now before you cut it out like this, you can decide to measure it if you want. Now I'll be repeating the same thing on the lining as well, just to remove all those sharp edges. Now I'll place the right side of the fabric and the right side of the lining together this way. Now the first thing I'm going to be joining is the side, starting from this zip allowance. Now I'll be stitching it starting from this part where I stopped when I was stitching the zip. From this part, I'll stitch it all the way up. I'll stitch it all the way to this point. I'll stitch the neckline all the way around. I'll also stitch it downward this way. While I'm stitching it, I'm going to be adding hemming gum to it, right? So this is it after I was done stitching it. This is the hemming gum I added to it. And I also made sure I stitched the sides this way. This is me just basically showing you that I stitched it all the way down and I left this part open, and I'm going to tell you why I left that open, right? Now the next thing you want to do is to go ahead to relax your blouse on the table. Like make sure it is relaxing very well, both the main fabric and the lining as well, right? Now I want to reduce the lining, you get, so that when I stitch it, the fabric is just going to go in, like so that the lining is not going to be showing out, right? So now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be reducing the lining with like half an inch, just the way you're seeing. I have already marked it out, right? I'm basically trying to explain it to you, right? So when I trim it, it means that the main fabric is going to be longer than the lining, but when we stitch it, everything is going to blend in very well, right? So I reduced it with basically like half an inch. You can do 0.75 if you want, but I basically did half an inch. So now after I was done trimming it, now this is what it looks like when we join them together. You notice that the main fabric is longer than the lining, right? But now when I take it to my sewing machine, I'm going to bring them together like this, and then I'll go ahead to stitch it all around. So that when I'm done stitching it, the fabric is going to cover up the lining like this. Okay, so at this point, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do it to subscribe, like this video, drop a comment, share this video, turn on your post notification to be notified anytime I upload new tutorial. So like I said, I'll just take it to my sewing machine and then I'll stitch it all the way around, right? So now after I'm done stitching it, I'll bring it out from the armhole area this way. From the armhole area, I'll go ahead to bring it out to the right side. Now after bringing it out to the right side, I'll make sure I bring out all the curves so that they'll come out very well, just the way I am showing you. Now this is what it looks like. You see how clean it is, you see how relaxed it is. Now if you want to make adjustments, you'll be opening it from the side. So now I'll go ahead to give it a good press, and at the same time I'll be joining the sleeves to this top. Now if you do not know how to join a sleeve, please let me know. It is very simple and very easy to attach a sleeve to a dress, right? I know some of you already know how to do it, so reason why I just did that off camera. So now when I zip it up, this is what it looks like without the breast padding. Now for this dress, you have to wear it with like your bra or any basic top just to support your boobs, right? Now when you turn it to the wrong side, this is how it is looking. See how well relaxed and how clean the inside. And I've come to the end of today's tutorial. If there's any part you do not understand, please watch it over and over again and let me know what you think of this tutorial. See you guys in my next one. Bye.